Hello YouTube, Superboy Reviews here with another unboxing. So, sure maybe you guys saw the, the unboxing that I did for the Starter Deck 2006. I mistakenly thought that it was this one here. I thought it was Starter Deck Jaden Yuki. So it's kind of funny, kind of embarrassing, but I'm learning. And you know, this is all for fun, so that's what we're here to do on the channel, just have fun. So, today I'm going to be unboxing the real Starter Deck Jaden Yuki, released in 2007. So first Dual Academy starter, 41 cards inside. And then it has a picture of Jaden here with his freaking awesome Academy Dual Disc. It's probably my favorite Dual Disc. Let me know in the comments what your favorite Dual Disc is. It's the Kybercorp one, the Dual Academy one, or Yusei's awesome amalgamation one that he can just put onto his Dual Runner. And there's a lot of cool ideas in Yu-Gi-Oh. I think Jaden's my favorite character too. Let me know in the comments who your favorite character is, whether it's a main protagonist or if it's a secondary protagonist, or if it's even a bad guy, because the bad guys are pretty cool too. So I did get this from Boys Toys Games on eBay, and it came really fast. I was surprised. It came within 2 days, and I mean, I just got standard shipping, so I don't. Maybe it's close to my house. I don't even know. But so shout out to them. Thank you. Thank you for that. All right, so it's kind of similar to the Structure Deck 2006, which just came out right after Structure Deck 2006, which funnily enough, I did mention in the other video that that deck did lack the like the easy open kind of stripe here. So that's something that they implemented right after that. So that's kind of interesting. Okay, so let me get this out of the way. All right. Alright, so here we have the beginner's guide. Like the other video, they didn't have the full rule books like they do in the structure decks. So this just has like just how to play, like basics on how to play the game, and then sometimes these have small sections on like combos that you can do with the deck. I think they implemented that a little later though. Like I know with like Starter Deck, Yusei, and some other ones too. The Hero Strike Structure Deck. I think that was a Structure Deck. But yeah, they have. That's pretty cool. Get your game on. All right. Yeah. So this was released alongside Cyrus's Starter Deck with the roids. So that's pretty cool there. And then this time we have a playmat that isn't very, you know, it wasn't like so generic. It's a little less reminiscent of the how it looked in the original series. But it has, I can already tell it has Necroshade on it. And so Necroshade, it looks like is kind of like the cover monster for this deck. Just want to show you guys that. So Starter Deck Jaden Yuki. And then, I mean, if it weren't for the new format, as of Master Rule 4, this would be a pretty good mat to learn how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! So they should, I think they should do some updated versions of these decks with, you know, with Link monsters and other things, because a lot of people like a lot of the rogue archetypes right now, and they're really fun to play. So here, let's go ahead and open the deck. I said these are easy open, and then I'm having trouble finding where to... Oh, there it is. Okay. So... Dang, I don't want to mess up these cards. Okay, Alright, there, the last little bit there. Slide that off. Alright, so here's our, is it ultra rare? Ultra rare Necro Shade. I'm gonna go with that. And a super rare Bubbleman. That's really cool. I did not know that was in this structure deck. And then Cybertech Alligator, Gemini Elf, Dark Blade, Sonic Duck, Avion, Burstinatrix, Clayman, Sparkman, Poison Mummy, Mask of Darkness, Exiled Force, Little Wingard, Mataza the Zapper, Ninja Grandmaster Sasuke, Shiron the Mage, Shadow Slayer, Blade Edge, Wildheart, Cybernetic Cyclopean, Rush Recklessly, Giant Trunade, Lightning Blade, Heavy Storm. Too bad we can't use this anymore. Banner of Courage, Smashing Ground, Necklace of Command, Monster Reincarnation. Okay, sorry guys, I thought I hadn't pressed record. I was going to be very sad. Lightning Vortex, Brain Control, Righteous Justice, Lucky Iron Axe, Dust Tornado, Trap Hole, Magic Jammer, Sakuretsu Armor, Compulsory Evacuation Device, Draining Shield, Negate Attack, and Magic Cylinder. So, I think this is kind of interesting. This one here is specifically Starter Deck Jaden Yuki. So I thought more of his monsters and spells and traps would be in the deck. But interestingly, it's very similar to the Starter Deck 2006. It does have some of his cards, but it doesn't have a lot of them. And then at that point in 2007, I'm not sure how long the show had been out. I'm kind of weird on my timelines because I was just a kid. But I feel like there would have been more monsters out already for them to put in here. I'm not sure if that was just so that you can have kind of the core here and get the boosters from the time to try and build up your hero deck. But I find it was kind of a lot of randomness too, like with the Structure Deck 2006 Starter Deck 2006. I think that one was very very random as well. Like with these aren't bad vanilla monsters, like 1800, 1900, 2500, only one sacrifice, 1700, and they are pretty iconic monsters too. So I mean, I'm not complaining that I have these now. I just wish that it felt more like it was a starter deck to have a deck that plays how Jaden does. Like, I guess back then they didn't include extra deck monsters and other things like that. So that's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting to see how different the starter decks are now versus then. Like we just got the Sacred Beasts starter deck, so that's from GX2, and that one has a lot more strategy and it's a little bit more developed in what they include in the box. They have full rule books so that people can learn how to play when they're returning to the game or if they're playing for the first time. Yeah. So it's kind of interesting to see both how like the releases have changed as well as just the game itself and how accessible it is then versus now. I don't know if like ordering cards back then was as big of a thing as it is now, where people will just they'll just net deck and get deck lists and just order all the cards on the list. Back then, maybe this was the way to go. Maybe it was you got a starter deck and you got some boosters and you saw what you could come up with. So yeah, that's the great thing about Yu-Gi-Oh! There's a lot of ways to build strategies and build decks with the cards that you have. Whether or not they'll be competitively viable is another question. Just because there's so many, I can't think of an archetype today that hasn't been broken down to its very roots, to just make it as efficient as possible, with all the net decking and other things. It's hard to say how you feel about it, but I think as long as you're playing the game and you're playing it the way that you like to play the game, go for it. So yeah, that was my review and my spiel. So if you're still watching, thanks for sticking around. Superboy Reviews signing off. Bye guys.